Good morning, children. This class we will see the second part of this lesson. What is the topic? An introduction to chemistry. So, in this session, we are going to discuss some important contents. Okay. First one is about the importance of chemistry, followed by applications of chemistry in various fields. Finally, we will discuss about the harmful effects of chemistry, right? First, importance of chemistry. The list of practical uses of chemistry is endless. Okay. Chemistry plays an important role in all aspects of our life. For example, you take agriculture, transportation, heating, lighting, food processing, food preservation, health, hygiene, things that we use in our day-to-day life, everything are influenced by chemistry, right? You might have heard about the iron pillar. It is near Qutub Minar in Delhi. Iron pillar is nearly 7.2 meters high and its weight is 6,500 kilograms. Okay. Still more than 1,600 years ago, the iron pillar has not affected by anything. Okay. This iron pillar is made of rough iron. Rough iron, and it is not affected by the elements like rusting, like that. Okay. Rough iron is mainly used for constructing fences, gates, etc. Right? Okay. The reason is, what is the reason behind this is, it is that is iron pillar is made of thin film of magnetic oxide of iron on its surface. Okay, so this is the main reason. This proves that our Indian metallurgists had enough knowledge of iron and its rusting as before 1600 years ago. So what is meant by metallurgist? Metallurgist means a person who deals with the processes and extraction of metal. So this is one example, right? Good. Next we can move to applications of chemistry, right? First let us discuss about agriculture. Chemistry plays an important and useful role towards the development of various industries like leather industry, textile industry, dye industry, steel industry, cement industry, plastics industry, whatever it may be, right? First, agriculture. To increase the production of crops, scientists have developed many chemicals such as fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, and fungicides. Okay. Fertilizers are chemicals that are used to provide energy for the yielding of crops, for the production of crops. Okay. Next, insecticides and as well as fungicides. Insecticides and pesticides are generally used to kill insects and pests that affect the production of crops. Next, fungicides. Fungicides are generally used to destroy fungus. Okay, for that purpose, scientists have developed these chemicals, right? Good. Next, we can see clothing. Cloth is made from fibers. There are two types of fibers. One is the natural fiber, another one is the artificial fiber. What is the difference between natural fiber and artificial fiber? If you take natural fiber, the fibers which are obtained from living things, that is from plants and animals, are called natural fibers. Okay, fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fibers. Examples: cotton, wool, silk, jute. These are some of the examples of natural fibers. Then what about artificial fibers? Artificial fibers are obtained from chemical substances. Okay. Example: rayon, nylon, polyester, terylene. These are some of the examples for artificial fibers. So what is the difference between natural fiber and artificial fiber means obtained from plants and animals, whereas artificial fibers obtained from chemical substances. Got it, children? Right. So next one, building materials. Some useful materials such as mortar, steel, cement, okay, and varnishes, many things, glass, steel, whatever it may be. Many things are manufactured by chemical processes only. Okay, these things are mainly used for the construction of buildings, roads, bridges, etc. Right? And what is a varnish? Varnish is nothing but a liquid coating material, whereas a mortar is a mixture of sand, cement, and water. So these are some of the building materials or manufactured by using chemical processes only. Right? Next one, useful materials. Some useful materials such as plastics, synthetic fibers, synthetic dyes. So these have been developed. Okay, so these have been developed by using chemical processes only. Next one about medicines. You know very well, medicines are chemical substances which are used for the prevention and treatment of diseases. Okay, some of the medicines like paracetamol, aspirin, penicillin, tetracycline are used to treat various health problems. Okay, some drugs also used to eradicate means to destroy smallpox, like that. Okay, so these are some of the drugs have been used to eradicate smallpox, polio, like that. Right? So these drugs have helped the human beings. Okay, these drugs are very helpful for the human beings and also these drugs increases the lifespan of human beings. So all these are made from chemicals only. So next one, cosmetics and consumer products. You know very well about cosmetics. What are the cosmetic items? Creams, lotions, and then talcum powder, hair gels, lipstick, eyeliner. Okay. These are perfumes, dyes. These are some of the cosmetics are made from chemical substances only. Some of the substances that we use in our day-to-day life, soaps, detergents, okay, pen, ink, everything are made of chemicals only. Then talcum powder is made from a mineral that is called talc. Okay. All these things are made of chemical substances only, right? Next one, electronics. Okay, next one is electronics, right? The application of chemistry makes some of the metalloids. Metalloids means it is nothing but elements which exhibit metallic character as well as non-metallic character. Okay. What are the examples we can give for metalloids? Silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. These are some of the metalloids that we use. Okay, metalloids means elements which exhibit metallic character as well as non-metallic character. Elements which exhibit metallic character as well as non-metallic character are called the metalloids. Okay. They have some special properties. The silicon and germanium, I told you, no metalloids. They have some special properties of conducting the electricity. That is electrical conductivity of metalloids. This special property makes silicon and germanium, which is useful in the electronics industry for the manufacture of electrical circuits in television, computer, radio, solar cells, etc. Right, children? So these are some of the applications of chemistry. Right? Good. Next we can move to harmful effects of chemistry. Along with the beneficial effects of chemistry, there are some harmful effects also. What are the harmful effects? Yes. First one is about pollution. What do you mean by pollution? Pollution is nothing but unwanted changes that takes place in physical, chemical or biological biological substances of the environment is called pollution. Otherwise, we can say undesirable changes that takes place in the environment are called pollution. Okay, right. What are the different types of pollution? You know, air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, thermal pollution, radioactive pollution are some of the pollutions. Okay, right. Chemical substances mainly is used in industries as well as in factories, isn't it? So these industries and factories, they release harmful pollutants, poisonous gases, toxic waste products. It leads to the level in pollution, increases the pollution level. Okay, so this point is very important. These gases are very toxic in nature and they harm us when they enter into the body. Okay. Also, harmful pollutants cause many health issues in the human beings. Not only in the human beings, even plants and animals also will get affected because of this pollution, harmful pollutants. Right, children? Good. So next one is about depletion of natural resources. Application of chemistry has influenced the uses of the depletion of natural resources. Depletion means what? It is nothing but reduced in quantity. That is called a depletion. Depletion of natural resources such as coal, petroleum, diesel, minerals, forest, etc. Okay. You know about deforestation. What do you mean by deforestation? Removal of trees. This is called a deforestation. So, this deforestation, that is the removal of trees, it causes less rainfall and also this leads to the concentration level of carbon dioxide increases. Okay, carbon dioxide level is increased, its consumption is increases and it leads to less rainfall and also it raises the average rise of temperature. Okay, so it creates many problems. Also, harmful pollutants, what totally it affects the environment and it leads to increase in the pollution. This point also you have to remember. Next, continuous usage of fossil fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene. Okay, it leads to the maximum exhausted age. Okay, if we use all these petrol, diesel, and kerosene often, means it reduces the quantity. Okay, it reduces the total quantity will be exhausted. Okay, that also leads to pollution only, right? So this is the definition of natural resources. Next thing about destructive weapons. Okay. Do you know about explosive? Explosive means what? Explosive means it is nothing but it is an explosive is a reactive substance. Okay, explosive is nothing but a reactive substance. When it explodes, it reacted suddenly. Okay, and it leads to heat, light, sound, and pressure. Right. So these things will happen. At the same time, some of the weapons like hydrogen bomb, atom bomb also. So these explosives and weapons are generally used for mining purpose as well as for national security purpose. But we have to use these weapons as well as explosive in a correct way. Otherwise, if misused, okay, if it is misused, then it will lead to destruction of properties as well as life also will get spoiled. Okay, so we should be very careful. So these things are there. Some of the explosives that we use are TNT. TNT is nothing but trinitrotoluene and RDX. RDX is Research Department Explosives. And one more question. Okay, TNT is trinitrotoluene. RDX is Research Department Explosives. Both are explosives only, right? Good. Next we can move to chemistry laboratory. A chemistry laboratory is a place Okay. Before we enter into the chemistry laboratory, we should follow some rules and regulations. Okay. First of all, you should follow the teacher's instructions in a correct manner. Okay. When you enter into the laboratory, you should not enter with bare foot and all. You should use shoes. Okay, you should use shoes, and also apron is important. Next one is we should use safety goggles. Mask is important. Gloves is important. All these things are very important. Okay. Next, in the chemistry laboratory, you should not touch or handle any hazardous chemicals, toxic chemicals, dangerous chemicals. Okay. First of all, you should identify what are the toxic chemicals are kept in the chemistry laboratory. Each and every reagents it will be labeled in a proper way only. So you should not touch the hazardous chemicals and all. Okay. Also, you should not work alone in the chemistry laboratory, right? You should not drink or you should not eat anything in the chemistry laboratory. That is also very important. You should not wear contact lens, okay, and also you should not use earphones in the chemistry laboratory, right? Once if you use the reagents or chemicals mix, after usage, immediately you should wash your hands, okay. You should strictly follow the guidelines. That is very important. You should go through the manual, okay, laboratory manual. Before entering into the chemistry laboratory, you should go through the chemistry manual. That is also very important, okay children. So in this manner you have to enter into the chemistry laboratory. You have to do the experiments with guidance with your teacher, in presence of a particular teacher only. Without teacher, you should not enter into the chemistry laboratory. That point also you have to be very careful. You should handle all the toxic chemicals with utmost care. Also, you should take care of the glass cuts. Okay, you should handle the glass cuts in a very clear manner. Okay, you should not handle it without the proper knowledge of how to use the apparatus. Okay, so you should use it in a very clear manner. Also, you should handle it with safe manner. That is also very important, right, children? So in this manner you have to follow, right? So next we can do some activity. Okay, so some activities we are going to do. Those activities it is very common in the chemistry laboratory. I will do some experiments. One is the solubility test. Next one, reaction with baking soda and vinegar. Third one, exothermic reaction, endothermic reaction, homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture. These activities we are going to do now, right children? So first we are going to see the solubility test. For that I am going to use two components. Okay, one is water, another one is copper sulfate powder. Okay, so these two things I am going to use, and we are going to check the solubility now. First, what I am going to do, I am going to take some water in the beaker. Okay, 50 ml of water I have taken. Now I am going to add some copper sulfate powder into the beaker. Okay, so we have to use the spatula. Okay, you should not touch the chemical. Understood children? Whatever it may be, you should not touch any chemical with bare hand. Okay, use spatula. So I am going to add copper sulfate into the water. So 2 grams of copper sulfate I have added. Now I am going to mix it. So this is called the Stirrer children. This is called glass rod. Okay, this is called the glass rod. By using this only, you have to stir anything. So what do you observe now? You will observe that majority of the copper sulfate powder gets dissolved in water. See here. So the copper sulfate powder completely dissolves in water. Okay. So what are the two components I have added? One is water, another one is the copper sulfate. So copper sulfate powder completely mixed with water. Okay. Hence copper sulfate is soluble in water. Okay. So this is called the solubility test. Copper sulfate powder is completely soluble in water. If you take common salt or sugar, these things completely get dissolved in water, isn't it? So that also we can say examples for solubility test. So this is called the solubility test. Two components I have added. One is water, another one is the copper sulfate powder. You have to mix it well. If that powder completely mixed with water, then it is completely soluble in water. Okay, so this is called the solubility test. Understood, children? Shall we move to the next one? Okay. So next we are going to see reaction with baking soda and vinegar. Okay, reaction with baking soda and vinegar. So for this we need two things. One is baking soda, another one is vinegar. So what are the things we are going to take? One is baking soda, another one is vinegar. Okay, I am going to do this experiment with this test tube, right? So take a test tube. Now I am going to add some sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda into it, right? It is a colorless powder. Add some baking soda. Right. Next I am going to add some vinegar into it. Vinegar is nothing but acetic acid. Okay. See what happens. So what do you observe now, children? Can you hear the fizz sound? This usually happens when you open an aerated drinks like Coca-Cola, Sprite, Pepsi, like that. Okay, here you can see the gas now. So that is nothing but carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas is a colorless gas. Okay, so what are the two components I have added? One is baking soda and another one is vinegar. Okay, so these two components react to form a new compound, that is carbon dioxide gas. Can you understand what I am saying, children? So what are the things we have added? One is baking soda and another one is vinegar. This baking soda and vinegar both react to form a new compound. Okay, so that compound is nothing but carbon dioxide gas. Got it, children? Right? Okay, so actually it is a chemical chain. This is the second test. Okay, second activity. Next we can move to third activity. First of all, you should know about exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction means if the chemical reaction takes place with the liberation of heat, then it is called the exothermic reaction. Okay, once again I repeat. If the chemical reaction takes place with evolution or liberation of heat, then it is is called the exothermic reaction. For this activity, I am going to take two components. One is water and another one is caustic soda. Caustic soda is nothing but sodium hydroxide. Okay. So first I am going to take a beaker. Afterwards I will add 50 ml of water into it. Right. Next I am going to add some caustic soda. So look at this one. This is the caustic soda. Okay. It is very highly corrosive in nature. Okay. You should not touch this chemical under. So you have to use this chemical by using spatula only. Okay. It just looks like a pellet. It's an inorganic compound and its formula is NaOH. NaOH means sodium hydroxide. Okay. Now I am going to take some pellets and put it into. So I am going to add some caustic soda pellet into water. Right. Now what we have to do? We have to mix it well. This pellet will get mixed in water, but it will take some time. So we are checking the exothermic reaction, isn't it? Exothermic reaction means what I told you, heat is liberated. So continuous mixing is required. See the pellets getting small in size. Actually it reacts with water now. Takes some time. Also, you should not do this activity in front of your face. Okay, keep a distance like this. Pellets are getting very small. Continuous stirring like this, all the pellets completely gets dissolved in water, and what you have to do now, you have to observe the liberation of heat, isn't it? For that, you should not touch your hand inside the beaker. Okay, already I told you the sodium hydroxide is a corrosive chemical, so we should handle it with safe, utmost care is required. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to touch the sides of the beaker like this. You have to touch the sides, or you have to touch the beaker like this only. You can feel the heat. Okay. You can feel, if you touch this beaker, you can feel the hotness. This activity actually proves that heat is liberated. Okay, heat is liberated. So two substances I have added. One is water, another one is caustic soda. Both react to form heat. Okay, heat is liberated here. If the chemical reaction takes place with the liberation of heat, then it is called the exothermic reaction. If you add more amount of caustic soda, it is very highly cold in here. It is very hot. Okay, it's very hotness in nature. So at a time you should not put more amount of caustic soda. Only few pellets only you have to put. Okay, even though if you use few pellets, you can feel the hotness. So from this experiment we can understand that heat is liberated. Hence it is called the exothermic reaction. Understood, children? Right. Next we can move to the endothermic reaction. Right. Endothermic reaction. For this endothermic reaction, actually we need two substances are required. Okay. What are the two substances? One is water and another one is ammonium chloride. Okay, so look at this one. This is the ammonium chloride compound. It is an inorganic compound. It's a white crystalline salt. Okay, so this chemical I am going to take for endothermic reaction. Right. So what we have to do? We have to take some water. Right. We have to take some water. Right, 50 ml of water I have taken. Now I am going to add some ammonium chloride into the water. So this is ammonium chloride. I am going to add some ammonium chloride. Okay, just to add. Right. Now what you have to do? You have to mix it well. So ammonium chloride is highly soluble in water, right? See, within a fraction of seconds it gets dissolved in water. Now what you are going to observe, already I told you, endothermic reaction means if chemical reaction takes place with absorption of heat, then it is called the endothermic reaction. Okay, so ammonium chloride is completely mixed. The formula for ammonium chloride is NH4Cl. It's an inorganic compound. Okay. Now, same as before we did know, in the same manner you have to touch the sides of the beaker, or you should touch like this. Okay. I can feel the coldness now. If you touch this beaker, you can feel the cold. Why? What happens actually? Absorption of heat. Okay, it actually happens. The heat is absorbed here. The ammonium chloride, when it reacts with water, heat is absorbed. Okay, so I can feel the coldness. This is the endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction means if chemical reaction takes place with the liberation of heat, then it is called exothermic. Whereas endothermic reaction means if chemical reaction takes place with absorption of heat, then it is called the endothermic reaction. Understood, children? Right. Next we can move to homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. First of all, you should know about mixture. What do you mean by mixture? A mixture is a material made of two or more different substances. Okay. First, let me see the homogeneous mixture. Right. So, two components again I am going to take. One is water. Another one is table salt, ordinary common salt. Okay. That we use in our day-to-day life. So, I am going to add some common salt into water. Right. Next step, I am going to stir it well. Stirring means mixing with the help of glass rod. After stirring, few minutes stirring, what do you observe now? You will observe that common salt completely soluble in water. Isn't it? Two components I have added. One is common salt, another one is water. Both the components mixed and you can see only one phase here because salt completely gets dissolved in water. Okay? Yes. So this is called the homogeneous mixture. If the mixture is completely dissolved in water, then it is called the homogeneous mixture. You can see the only one phase, isn't it? At the same time, you have to remember that by distillation method, we can separate this common salt with water. When you come to higher classes, you will learn about the distillation method, right? Now, this homogeneous mixture activity is over. Next, we can move to heterogeneous mixture. For heterogeneous mixture, I am going to take two components. One is water, another one is sand. Okay, now 50 ml of water has taken. Next, I am going to add some sand into it. Okay, I am going to add some sand into it. Next, what is the next step? I have to mix it well. What do you observe now, children? What do you observe now? So sand gets dissolved in water? No. Here you can see two phases. One is the top phase is water phase and bottom phase is sand phase. Sand will not get dissolved in water, isn't it? So heterogeneous mixture means a mixture which contains two components. It will not get mixed uniformly. It will not get mixed. That is called heterogeneous mixture. Even you can try this experiment by using oil also. If you add oil into water, will it get mixed? Definitely it will not get mixed, isn't it? You can see the oil layer separately and you can see the water layer separately. This is called heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture means the components are not uniform in nature. At the same time, homogeneous mixture means the components completely will get dissolved and you can see only one phase. Okay. Even though if you mix it well for a long time, definitely these two things will not get mixed. Okay. So it is a heterogeneous mixture. Okay, children. So what are the things we have learned today? We have learned about applications of chemistry, importance of chemistry, harmful effects of chemistry. These things we have learned, isn't it? So you will get the assignment, complete the assignment, children, and also go through all the contents what we have discussed today, and complete the classwork also. Maintain only one classwork notebook for science. All the three subjects you have to write in the same classwork only, but you have to divide the pages. Separate pages we use for physics, for chemistry as well as for biology. Okay, the remaining things we will see in the next class. Next class we will see a new chapter. Thank you, children.